Casey Wagoney's situation in people's faces last night was borderline assault with a deadly weapon. Love Island All Stars Monday the 3rd of January, and it was time for the heart rate challenge. Normally I love the heart rate challenge, but if it hadn't have been just for a few people last night, it would have been one of the worst ones yet. One of the things I enjoy most about the heart rate challenge is the girls' outfits, and normally they come out and they've got sparkles, crystals, maybe some tassels or whatever. All the outfits last night were boring as shit. They were coming out, they were all wearing dark colours. Oh, I was bored. Harriet came out wearing white. I don't even like white, but I thought, you know what, at least they're mixing it up a wee bit. I think Harriet's a dancer, so she came out, she gave it a good go. She was doing an excellent job. Although Casey didn't do much in the way of dancing, it was still entertaining because of the shorts that he was wearing. He first came out and I thought, what's going on? I'm not really one for looking in that area, but in this situation, that's all you could see. On the Morning After podcast, I seen somebody talking about his budgie smugglers, and they were saying how he likes to wear them because he likes to show off his package. And I didn't think much of it because I've never looked there before. But last night, they were the kind of shorts that leave enough dangling for you to really see what's going on. And it was actually hilarious because the girls were scared. Other than that, the performances were pretty crap and I thought the outfits were quite boring. But when Ronnie came out, I says to my pal, oh no, not him. I didn't even want to see this. But then when he started stripping and dancing, I actually felt bad for him because they were all laughing, even Harriet was laughing. And it does take a lot to go out there and do that, not just in front of your pals, but you know that people are watching and it would be embarrassing. But then when he was trying to pull his trousers off and he couldn't get them off. I was cringing, but I wasn't cringing at the fact that he was crap at dancing. I was just cringing at the fact, like, that's a shame, and I really felt bad for him. A lot of people are saying that they didn't like Ekin-su and Curtis's performance, but let's be honest, they saved the day. Now, I don't even really like Ekin-su that much, but she's an actress. She doesn't give a fuck. She's all about the performance. And at least she was wearing red, and her outfit was a bit interesting. When she came out, she absolutely went for it. And I must admit, I didn't like the fact that she kissed Sammy, but I also think that Elma exaggerated a wee bit just because she only pecked him. But she didn't know that at the time, and they did agree that they weren't going to kiss any of the boys. Because she kissed Sammy, when it was his turn to come out, he totally blanked her, and I don't think she was bothered. I think at that point she kind of knew she shouldn't have kissed him. I mean, her performance wasn't really dancing, it was more like enactments, but I still found it funny. But then when she went to kiss Omar or lick Omar or whatever, it was like, oh, he did in his face, he was actually terrified. Oh, I was pissing myself. And when she was doing that with the guys and she kissed Sammy, I thought, I hope Curtis comes out and gives it his all, because she would be fucking raging if he kissed somebody else. When she had him in the middle of the floor, they were just basically dry humping each other, but I still found it funny. When it was Curtis's turn, I says to my friend, he's really got to go for this because he's a dancer. Even I was surprised at how much he went for it. He really went for it. At this point, the girls looked scared. The guys, they were going crazy. And then when he got to Ekin-su, it went from one extreme to the next. But then when he went to finish, the boys were like, we want more. And he ran back and slid on his knees. And then it just turned into a whole other fucking escapade. He grabbed Ekin-su. All the girls were, at this point, fearing for their life. Catherine was like sliding right across the seat. Harriet literally climbed onto the seat and climbed off the back of the seat to get away from him. I couldn't stop laughing. I was eating my dinner and I nearly choked. And then he grabbed Ekin-su and he spun her upside down. Me and my friend were howling. And I was like, oh my god, he has gone all out. All the girls' heart rates are going to be the highest for Curtis. When it was time for the results, most of the girls' heart rates were raised the most for Curtis. I don't understand how people can get annoyed at this challenge, because clearly their heart rates were the highest because they were fleeing for their life. Harriet jumped over the seat. It was just like it was as if they were trying to run away from a natural disaster. Obviously your heart rate's going to be high. In the end, I think there was only 2 girls whose heart rate wasn't the highest for Curtis. and one of them was Harriet. And the fact that Harriet's heart rate was the highest for Ronnie, well, she must like him. Either that or your heart rate goes up more when you're laughing than when you're fleeing for your life. Not one of the boys sat there in a huff and said, oh, your heart rate was the highest for Curtis. Oh my God, you don't like me. But Gabby was in a fuckery mood. And to be fair, I think that if Casey's heart had been raised the most by Ekin-su, she maybe wouldn't have bothered that much because of the way the guys were reacting when Ekin-su was out. I think it was because it was with Grace, and Grace's performance wasn't exactly great. Elma was also in a huff. I can't remember who Sammy's heart raised the most for, but she came out in what looked like a bathing suit. She wears less than that during the day, and if she wanted his heart rate to go up, she maybe should have put a wee bit of effort in. It was one of the shittest dances out them all. I get that it's embarrassing, but don't come out and give a subpar performance and wear a shit costume and then expect your man's heart to beat the fastest. It makes no sense. She was also in a cunty mood because Ekin-su kissed Sammy. Personally, I think it's clear that Ekin-su doesn't fancy Sammy, but she's entitled to be pissed off that she gave him a kiss. Ekin-su was like, I'm really sorry, I didn't think I was in the moment, I just gave him a peck or whatever. And that was fine, but she was just still in a total huff about it. I don't know if she thinks that Sammy is hotter than what he is, or if she was just more hurt because Ekin-su's her friend and she kissed her man. But I feel like she did exaggerate a wee bit. After that, not really that much happened. Ron decided to sit down with the boys and say, oh, I've had my time here, like, I haven't met any matches, blah, blah, blah. Now, keep in mind that there's still a couple of weeks to go and there's going to be more bombshells. I don't understand why these people go in and then give up when not everybody's come in. If it was the last bombshells, then fair enough. Not only that, but if I was getting paid $2,000 a week to sit in a villa in the sun, I'd be staying there. I wouldn't give a fuck if I had a match or not. Although when he was talking to everybody, he says, I don't know how long I can sit alone and just watch the door and wait to see if there's a match coming in. I did think to myself, it's boring as fuck in there. There's nothing to do. Like, I've always wanted to go in Big Brother. But when I sit and think about how little you've got to do, you've literally got nothing. They've got no music, they've got nothing. And other people have got their partners and they're lying out in the day beds and having conversations and cuddling. And he's hanging about with somebody who he's not even got a spark with and they're not even friends. So it would drag in. But at the same time, he's not even gave it a chance. However, notice that when he was going, there wasn't really any tears. Like when Scott was leaving, they were all greeting. They were absolutely breaking their heart. But when it was Ron, it was just like, aye, I see you're coming for it. Oh, bye. And if I'm being completely honest here, there's been a few times that I've forgot he was even in the villa. Because in the last recoupling, I thought that Danielle was going to go out, and that's why Curtis was like, oh, like acting as if like, oh, I've done something really bad, she's going to go. And then he stood up and I went, oh, I forgot he was there. So I didn't even really think it was a massive loss. There's 2 new bombshells coming in tonight. One of them is Sammy, I believe, and the other one is a guy who I don't know who he is. But now we've got 2 single girls and a male and female bombshell coming in. And it's not the show's fault that 2 guys decided to just fuck off and leave. But I don't know, I feel as if maybe they should have sent in another guy. Let me know what you thought of last night's show. I actually didn't think that Ekin-su and Curtis were embarrassing. And I don't think they went too far. I thought it was hilarious. But I'll see you again tonight. Bye!